Hi there, Rick Harsh of Corona Samizdat, and this very brief broadcast is coming to you from Saber Guitars, best guitars in all of ex-Yugoslavia, handmade by Dr. Saber himself, our sponsor. Uh, for Corona Samizdat, I'd like to suggest that you go out and buy one or two of our new books. One of them is called The Year of the Plague Rat. Now, this is our first AI cover, and I hope it's our last. It's a great cover in its way, but the main character in the book is a private detective, half Chinese, named Ray Chan, and I would like to see a half Chinese private eye in an overcoat instead of this guy with the rat-sized goiter in his throat. But the rat's flying all over. I love that. And the back is actually terrific. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Anyway, Year of the Plague Rat. It's about the coronavirus, and it's brilliantly written. Here's how he starts chapter 3. The sun is a spiteful thing rising from the eastern shore into the china blue above, prodding me from where I snooze, half dead. Fuck you for worshiping it. Fuck its silent and nagging reminder that we must and will go on, whether we like to or not, rousing us to push forward, shining its mean light on us shadow weavers. So fuck you and fuck the sun for stealing the last bit of moisture in my brain and drying my flesh into jerky. That's just one particular random opening I thought I'd read. I'm not going to read a lot more, but there's this terrific sentence on page 164. I'm not that far in it yet, but it's a 2-page sentence that starts out, so truly these are the days of lines and roses, lost weekend after lost weekend of drug trial experimentation that would make Timothy Leary blush, running through whole South American jungles of various shades of dope because Cervantes, his drug dealer, has deep pockets somehow. I've long suspected he comes from money. Plus he's slinging shit to fiends on the side, each one more dead looking than the last. Not that we look much better with my green Martian face and his sugar skull stooped over apothecary cocktails like alchemists turning shit into gold and back in this M.C. Escher mindfuck of a laboratory where time has morphed into several identical staircases leading us into doorways that bring us back around again in mathematically precise loops. And it goes on like that for another nearly 2 more pages. But this is an extremely well-written satirical noir book, and I highly, highly recommend it. I highly also recommend, and don't bullshit me. You don't like short story books. They don't sell that well, but our books of short stories are pretty damn good. We've got the Jeff Bursey, and we've got the what the hell is his name? Conrad. Maybe I have it right here. Oh yeah, right here. One day we will look back on this and laugh. This guy is really talented, and so is this guy, Roberto Ontiveros. He's from Texas, and this book of short stories, and I'll read you the titles because there aren't that many. Look, it's that many. But they're great titles. Love and Rickets, the first one. Speaking Ill of the Red. Sometimes a Great Potion. Grift Economy. The Rag Dolls of Pompeii. Assisted Living, which lends its title to the book. The City of Crow. Dirty Pool. Night Girl. My favorite, Posse Comatosis. I'm I lived in Wisconsin for a long time, and that's where the Posse Comitatus, a John Birch sort of society, uh, you know, pre militia days. I think maybe they were a militia eventually. I'm not sure, but Nazis in Wisconsin, Posse Comitatus, Bugs Bunny, Advent Alley, and Acknowledgments. That's not a story. That's acknowledgments. Posse Comitatus. Let's just see how that starts. All right. I promised myself back in June when I was still with Elise that if the ever failing motel by my apartment was ever going to really shut down, then I would take a room and be in that room until motel management told me I had to split. Now that's it's very much the kind of Americana. I keep calling it Americana because I think John Dixon, the editor, called it Americana. And it's just it basically it's about people of little means struggling to survive, and he's a very talented writer, a mature writer. I don't know how old he is, but you can tell that this guy has been writing for some time, and he knows how to write a short story. And we got a nice cover, I think. See that it beats that guy. I mean, in terms of face, and that's not AI. That's not AI. And inside you have another drawing. That's not AI. So anyway, we got two new books, and they're both €10. And I expect that a lot of you will want to get right on this, and so we can make a little more money. We're bringing out the next book that will be back on the market. Solarium has been ordered and has gone to print. I'll pick it up next Tuesday, along with the green cover for. I don't see it out here. But you know what it looks like. The cactus boots. The black and white version. Nobody likes the black and white version. We've sold, in a year, we've sold 150 or something like that. But now we were going to have a green slipcover for it. And so you'll be able to get the green. It's just that the cover will be like a hardback cover, a slipcase. And and you can buy the cover separately if you'd like. I'll probably put it on for like $5 or something like that. I don't know if anybody just wants a green cover to take care of your, that horrible black and white. I say that with a little bit of bitter sarcasm. And then after that, we're going to bring back A Bended Circuity. We need to save for that. That's expensive. It's a big book, and we need to buy a bunch of them. And Oscar Submerges, and a couple others that are very, very close to being sold out, or are sold out. I think Jonathan Trost-Clair's book is sold out. Maybe several are coming close. These are days of reckoning. But the next new books that will come out, as soon as we're done with the next three, A Bended Circuity, and we have to save for we have the money for Braden Matthews' Solarium, but we need the money for Oscar Submerges and A Bended Circuity. And then after that, we'll need the money for the next two books. Randall Eldon Green has a book of short stories coming out. I don't know if I've even been told the title yet. Maybe I have, but sometimes I even forget my middle name. This is one of them. And the other one is Mark Douglas's second volume of poetry. And it sold pretty well. Poetry? Who buys poetry? Well, Mark Douglas sells poetry, and we got another book by him coming out. And so those two are going to be coming out together after we replace the three books that have been out of print for way too long. I apologize for them being out of print, but it's a matter of money. Sales hit the toilet. Oh, here's the dog. Hi, Suleiman. He likes the summer because I sweat and he can lick it. And he just took a couple licks and now he's looking away. It's pretty hot out here on the balcony. He'll be going back in to lay on some tile. Anyway, that's basically all I got to say. I'm not exaggerating the quality here. These are two extremely well written books. You get a little more excited about a fat book, I know, and so this one ends on page 498 with that design. I didn't even know it was in here. I just saw it. I'm on page 27 actually, and it reads great. And this one here also reads great. And you know, when you're in the mood for a short story, you know, you just read. I'm going to read them together. You know, I'm going to read Love and Ricketts starting tonight. I'm not going to just stick my head in this book of the year of the plague. It's not the year. It's year of the plague rat. Really, really funny and really good, and literary wit, private dick wit, and a little bit of nitwit, and just so pleased. This 2 years ago he came to me, or wrote me 3 years ago maybe. I don't know. Randall Leong, and had this idea, and he had some pages, and I said that's got potential. Then I didn't hear from him for 2 years, and then he sent me some pages, and I read them. I said, "You've got it. You know, you've got the book. That's it." And I don't know how much he had written by then, but next I heard the book was done, and I didn't realize how big it was. But you know, it's a pocket book. It just has to be a wide pocket. All right. So please buy the books. I mean, why not? Summer books. These are great summer books. Both of them. Thanks. Thanks. I said thanks.